All right, happy Monday night, everybody. Glad you are joining us as we emanate from and come to you out of the Raiderland worldwide headquarters this evening. It is a good, bad, and ugly Monday. You start the week off telling us about the weekend, the stuff you liked, the stuff you didn't like, the stuff you hated. You're going to get good, bad, and ugly. After that, we've got Houston and Florida. Get your predictions in tonight. Who are you rooting for? What do you think is going to happen? 70-66, by the way. Houston if you want to know the final score. But are you rooting for the Big 12 tonight? Why or why not? We said today on the commentary, you absolutely should be acting like an SEC fan and rooting for the Houston Cougars if you're a Tech fan. We've got Darian Williams in the transfer portal and looking at the NBA. And some fans are like, how can he do that? And I'd be like, how can you not? He's making the right decisions. It's also House Settlement Hearing Day for the NCAA and all the NIL and paying players and all that stuff that you've been paying attention to in a courtroom in Oakland. And it's just going to keep going and going and going. All that plus Masters Week. We got plenty of time to get your comments, questions, and thoughts in. Jump in thanks to United Supermarkets, Market Street. Your hometown supermarket is making the communication happen tonight. Whether you're on Twitter X at Ryan Hyatt Media, on YouTube, or Facebook Live, Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland, they're all free. Whatever you want to talk about, let's do it this evening. You guys know what to do. The early arrivals, give us thumbs up. Let us know the talking box is on, just like Craig, and let's get it going down the road tonight. In 3, in 2. Good evening, West Texans, all you good, fine, friendly folks out there who wish you were. I'm Ryan Hyatt, theraiderland.com. That's the website. You start your day every day, getting going with Raiderland Hot Links. Question of the day. Today, it's good, bad, and ugly. You recap the weekend with us. Tell us the things you liked that impressed you, that didn't impress you, and that you had to turn away from. Brought to you by McAlpin Chiropractic in Lubbock, Texas, the official chiropractor of Raiderland. He's worked with high-level college athletes for decades, including some of the best at Texas Tech. He can help you feel better. Give Kevin McAlpin a holler. Tell him thanks for being a part of Raiderland. Also by South Plains College, a lot of great Red Raiders started their careers off as great Texans. They are now enrolling for summer school. So maybe you've got a college student in your house, just like I do, and he's coming home for the summer and maybe going to do some work. Well, send him over there and tell him, hey, take some summer classes at South Plains College. They're doing it right now on the enrollment. Check it out. See what they offer you and your family. And as we mentioned, all the communications brought to you by United Supermarkets, right there. That'd be a horrible weatherman. I can't do the backwards thing. Easter's coming up. Get all of your Easter fixins right there at United Supermarkets. All right, let's get it going. Good, bad, and ugly. What impressed you the most this weekend? Maybe it was Tech softball. It could be sports, non-sports, bad stuff. Well, Tech didn't get swept in baseball. So that can't, maybe that's on the good. The good would be the comeback Sunday in game 2, right? Okay. I know we talked about it a lot on Diamond Talk last night, so we don't have to cover that same ground again. And then the ugly, whatever that may be, what it could be for you. I want to know tonight, are you rooting for Houston? Can you be like the SEC fans and just root for Big 12 teams no matter what? Because I tell you right now, I think you should. I think it's time Texas Tech fans and Big 12 fans take a page out of the SEC and root for the league no matter what, no matter how much you hate them. That there ought to be a chance of Big 12 there in the Alamo Dome tonight. And I know a lot of you guys are Texas Tech basketball fans, obviously. Darian Williams entering his name in over the weekend into the portal and making himself available for the NBA draft. It's what he should do. It's the right move under the current landscape. He should get every bit of leverage he can get. And he may end up right back at Texas Tech, or he may end up in the NBA, or he may end up somewhere else. It doesn't change anything you got to do. Wise coach told me many years ago, my job is to recruit you, and then my next job is to out-recruit the roster you're on. Your job is to play good enough to stay on the roster and stay with the team. That's reality. That's life. So hopefully folks are realizing why Williams is putting his name out there. He's a free agent. Get money, make money. House settlement thoughts, we'll go through them. I know this is if you've been working all day, it's impossible to keep up with the hearings and everything that's gone on. The main thing is that Judge Claudia Wilkend out of Oakland has said today she's got problems with how this is being applied to current players on settlements and future athletes regarding them being bound to a non-collectively bargained agreement. In short, she's kicking it back to the schools to say, you got to figure out a couple of things. What that means is it's probably going to take another year. And then anybody looking at the House settlement today thinking, oh, it's going to be clarity on NIL. No, it really had very little to do with NIL. It's all about the compensation from the schools, past athletes, present athletes, future athletes, and why you hear about a $22.5 million salary cap for all athletes. I don't think this thing is going down, and I think it's going to be muddled again for a long time. So get ready for it. Jared, on a good, bad, and ugly Monday, get in, get your thoughts. You have to type in, you put it in, United Supermarkets, they take care of that. You can do it whether you're on Twitter or Facebook or anything else. Good, son just finished having an emergency appendectomy. Is there another kind? Thanks to the pediatric surgeon at UMC. Bad, I have to proctor the STAR test tomorrow. Ugly, not knowing what clothes to wear each day. Good, bless your heart. Hey, glad your son, I hope he's okay. I hope everything's all right. Scary stuff right there anytime your kid's going in. As for, what you should wear for the STAR test tomorrow, dress like a doctor because that's what they think you guys are, right? That's why they pay teachers that much money. My man Barry jumping in on Twitter X at Ryan Hyatt Media. If you haven't subscribed, do you subscribe or just sign up on Twitter? It's all free. Same thing with our YouTube channel. We're trying to get over 500. Everybody who watches, please, whether you watch on Facebook or anywhere else, go over there to YouTube. Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland. Click subscribe. You watch wherever you want to. Rooting for Houston. Thank you. You should be. I don't like it. If you told me 5 years ago I was going to do it, I would have said you had flipped your lid crazy. But here we are. Dang it, we're going to root for Houston tonight. It matters. It matters to Texas Tech. It matters to the league. It matters. And I've come to the conclusion that it doesn't hurt your school. It doesn't hurt your school if somebody in your league wins. You still had to recruit against them anyways. So go out and recruit against them. JC jumping in on our YouTube channel. Again, Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland. Everybody on YouTube, thumbs up, like it, share it. Of course, for Houston, doesn't make me any more like an SEC fan than waking up each morning. That's insane. Just a Lubbock thing, feeling disrespected, SEC dysfunctional. I'm trying to make sense of the non-syntax there. When I get a feeling JC's not rooting for Houston, that's fine. Don't root for them. Do what you want to do, But if you're a Tech fan, you should root for Houston tonight. So basically, no salary cap next season. Yeah, as of now, until that gets imposed. The $22.5 million is still a mythical number. Now it's April. The judge sends them back. May, June, and somebody's going to have an objection to it. So yeah, I think the whole salary cap thing, which has nothing to do with NIL. I hope you guys are smart enough and have listened to the broadcast enough to understand the $22.5 million has nothing to do with NIL. That's just what the school is paying the players for working at the school. They can still go get their advertising, agreements. They can still go do just like Patrick Mahomes does and get the endorsement money. Two totally different things. that I think has been lost on a lot of people that think, oh, well, when they do this, it's 22.5 and that's all anybody can pay and nobody. No, 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 no. Uh-uh. That's why a lot of schools are against it because it doesn't really fix what they perceive to be the problem. Chris, Kelvin Sampson has become more likable in this tournament. Just this much. Toy Poodle League. Toy Poodle League. You had to drop that on us over the weekend. Good job, Sampson. Yeah. And here we sit going, it's good for Texas Tech if Houston wins. And Tech fans and Big 12 fans need to become more like SEC fans and root for the league. What's good for the league is good for you right now. 100%, you need this league to be strong. You need this league to matter to TV partners. You need this league to be relevant in anything and everything. And by that, I mean football and men's basketball, and everything else is kind of cool. Yormark needs to run with the Toy Poodle League thing. I'm afraid how he might do it. It's Monday. You give us your good, bad, and ugly recap of the weekend. Texas Tech softball, good, sweeping over the weekend. Bad, seventh inning. Seventh inning yesterday, game 2, doubleheader, Texas Tech. It was the entire season in one moment. And then they came back in the bottom of the 8th and evened it up. You know? Ugly. I don't know. What was the ugly for the weekend? Wes on Twitter X at Ryan Hyatt Media, if you don't follow us there. If Houston winning means D5 stays, sign me up. I don't know that it, I mean, why would it make him stay? Why would it not? All Williams is doing exactly what a smart person. Now, I assume a lot of people watching this broadcast have allegiance to Texas Tech in some form or fashion. Maybe you went to Texas Tech. Maybe your kids go to Texas Tech. Anything regarding Texas Tech. So I would like for you to think that anybody going to Texas Tech would be a fairly intelligent person, able to understand the landscape of business and make smart decisions. That's what D Wolf 5 is doing. He would be stupid not to have his name in the NBA draft, in the NCAA portal. He is a free agent. He has the ultimate earning power. He has more earning power than 90% of NFL football players right now because he's a free agent with multiple options, multiple leagues, with multiple revenue streams. I would be disappointed if somebody going to the university I went to had that opportunity and didn't take advantage of it. Because the whole point of going there, the whole reason I went there was to try to get a freaking job when I graduated. Right? So anyone freaked out about it just doesn't either understand the landscape, doesn't understand what's going on in college athletics, or is so blinded by their love of Texas Tech that they actually hate people who play for Texas Tech and do great things for Texas Tech and don't want them to have good things. That's really kind of what it boils down to. And a lot of it is, for some people, flat out envy. They're jealous. They weren't talented. They couldn't command market pay. They couldn't do what D Will is doing. And a lot of people, they hate that. They're envious. A lot of people are envious of college athletes now that they can do that and they can make that kind of money. They hate that. And they're sad people. And you know who they are. Some of them are your friends, you know? Some of them are your friends. And you need to tell them that's bitterness right there, man. That's one of the 7 deadlies that'll take you under. You got to be rooting for them. Meanwhile, back at the comment section at United Supermarkets in Market Street, I'll rephrase. Of course, for Houston, Your problem with this being new to you is a function of UT at all. Always root for conference if you remotely care. Okay, well, I hope that clarifies it for everybody. Wes, laugh out loud. It has no correlation, but it's what needs to. Jeff, on our little YouTube channel, so close to 500, so close to 500. Good. Hunter Dobbins getting his first big league win and sweeping the cards. So Hunter Dobbins called up off that 2019 tag team, Boston Red Sox, goes a quality start and gets the win. And that's just one more Texas Tech pitcher in Major League Baseball off the same staff that you people tell me that they can't coach pitchers. And you got to get rid of the pitching coach because can't coach pitchers. And I just noticed that last night. Chris Williams is doing what we all do. He's weighing his career options. I would hope we all do that. I would hope all of you do that. He's got a job right now. His job is playing basketball. His current employer is Texas Tech. He also has the ability to play for other employers who might want to pay him more money or whatever the situation may be. I don't know. You guys have left jobs. Why did you leave jobs? Tell me, why did you leave jobs? Has anybody ever left a job that's watching the show tonight? Did you do it for more pay, better benefits, better insurance? You mean you didn't stay with the current job you had forever? Then he has a chance to move up and do bigger things. And then he could keep the same job. And his current employer knows that. They're not stupid. So do they value him enough to pay him market value? It's not on Williams, it's on Texas Tech. And Texas Tech has to make choices right now. Basketball has to make choices. They're going to have to spend probably between $7 and $10 million on a roster next year. Do you want to pay for JT Toppin? Do you want to pay for D. Will? Who do you want to pay for? Non-Cadillac Anderson. Who do you want to pay for? Arkansas spent $10 million last year. You beat them out of the tournament. The going rate right now for a major high-level college basketball program for the roster, this is NIL. This is not the house settlement. This is not the 22.5. This is straight up, we paying you cash between $8 and $10 million. Who do you pay? And he knows that. Talking about Williams. He knows he has those options. Again, if it were my son and he were not doing what Williams is doing, I would be so pissed off, I would slap him silly. Well, let's talk some basketball tonight. Houston, Florida. Seriously, who you got? What do you got? We are rooting for Houston. I do believe Houston will win. I think Houston can impose their will upon Florida more so effectively than Florida can do it against Houston. I think Houston can control pace. It's easier to control pace than it is to speed up pace. I think Houston can thwart Florida three-point shooters and take away some of that. I like Houston winning this thing 70-66. As I told a friend today, yes, watching Houston play is like going to the dentist and watching your own, dental surgery without anesthesia. That's what it's like watching them play, but it's effective. Let's take away the aesthetics of it, not the anesthetics, but the aesthetics, and look at what they can do to Florida. I think they can take that three-point shooting out of it. I think Florida can get frustrated. I think Houston can play at a pace that will allow them to win a close, moderately low scoring. It's already priced in. I think we're at 141, 142. What are we on the total right now? Anybody got it? Hold on a second. I can get it right now. If I don't have it, I can get it real quick. And let's go here. And what are we looking? So we're looking 140.5 right now in the total, 65 even on the first half. If you had 65.5 on the first half, under 65 even, interesting. I think Houston wins this game. And it's going to be a good day for the Big 12. You want Texas Tech to be able to say the team that got to the finals had to beat you to get there, and the team that won it, you were the last team to beat them, right? Now, we can get into the idea of why does this game have to start so freaking late on a Monday? I think we covered it. This game ought to be played on Sunday evening. Should have been played last night at 7 o'clock, or even like 5:30. I mean, Super Bowl, right? Right. The Super Bowl lasts a little longer. So 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern time. That's when this game ought to be played. Dare to dream. We can make it happen. Anything else on your mind? Give us your predictions tonight. I'm calling it 70 to 66. And if you're an old observer of college basketball, there would be nothing more fitting, if not ironic, for Houston to win this game if they hit free throws at the end to win it, because that's what cost them the title in '83 against North Carolina State, the inability to hit free throws, and to a lesser extent in 1984 when they lost to Georgetown and Patrick Ewing. So you have Houston sitting there with Jim Nance gazing lovingly. Hello, friends. And Houston is knocking down a couple of free throws with like 8 seconds to win it. Bravo. Bravo basketball. It's Masters Week. We will talk in depth tomorrow on the show. We got Kelly Bidlin from Vegas Stats and Information Network joining us. He's part of a great podcast called Long Shots. It's the best golf podcast out there. We're going to go over the field and everything going on at Augusta this week. Some long shots you might take if you are in a jurisdiction that allows you to perhaps wager on it, or just looking to try to figure out who's going to win. You're playing with your friends, you got a Calcutta going on or something a little fun. So we're going to have him on tomorrow. Looking forward to doing that with Kelly Bidlin. He's been on the old radio show. It's been a long time, but looking forward to doing that. All right, back to some of the comments. Too many fans still don't understand college athletics is pro sports now. % agreed. Jan the Good winning the second game, third game actually. Bad losing the lead in the seventh. Ugly losing to Cincinnati. Yeah, you got the third game there. JC on our Facebook. No, that's YouTube. Sorry. D5 has a shopping agent. He may have an offer here after NBA gives him a wake-up call, and too late in process for a huge bag in college. I couldn't disagree more. He's either going to get a huge bag in college, and I'm talking 1.5, or he's going to go pro. Let's see, Wes. I didn't see Poppy on the lineup card this weekend. Hammy again? Nope. We got something on the wrist. We have a brace or something on the wrist. He could not hit in BP and took some ground balls on Friday, I think. But TJ Pompey, we believe now we have a wrist injury going on. In Grant we trust. U.S. Grant? Jan, go Houston. It's great for TAC in the conference for Houston to win. Always been for the conference, except when Texas was the team. Just couldn't be for them. I understand. It happens. Wes, I imagine if TAC is anywhere in the neighborhood, you get the benefit of the doubt. Anywhere in the neighborhood of, are you talking about money for D. Will? I wouldn't give anybody the benefit of the doubt. Houston by 8 if it's not scripted now. SEC in the picture. Florida by 3. At this point, they don't care. Doesn't really drive anything monetarily to CBS, TNT if it's Florida or Big 12 at this point. Chris, I don't get college sports fascination with playing championship games on Monday nights. Yeah, we've got the football game on Monday night. We've got, the college NCAA tournament ended up on Monday night years ago, almost by default. It wasn't always on Monday night, but it was kind of a throwaway. And then you had a little bit of the fascination of Monday Night Football and how well that had done in the 70s into the 80s. But now, I think you'd lose a lot. And truly, I really think it would be better on Sunday, just like the Super Bowl. If Monday night's so great, why didn't the Super Bowl played on Monday night? Kyle Rogers, our realtor in Raiderland, you see it right there, Remax in Lubbock, Texas. He's got a couple of new listings. Check it out on his great Facebook page for Kyle Rogers. Houston will kill Florida. It seems a little excessive, Kyle. Seems a little violent. I know it's Monday. I don't think they're going to kill them. 4-point game, 70-66 is what we've got tonight. Make me nervous, Kyle. The azaleas will be really be in bloom if Houston wins tonight. Hello, friends. Jim Nantz, over under number of times shown on the broadcast. 4.5 Jim Nantz if Houston is rolling and winning. Everything I say you disagree with and then repeat verbatim. For those of you from Muleshoe, verbatim means just, what he said as written. Brilliant skill set. Thank you very much. Roberto Delgado, Florida 75-72. Man, that seems a little high scoring for me on one side. But I'll give you this. If you correlate Florida to the win, you correlate the total to the over. So you're not wrong from that standpoint. That if you think Florida is going to win, Florida needs to score 75. I don't see it happening. Doesn't mean it won't happen. I don't see it happening. Things happen all the time. I don't see happening. So, all right. But he called it. Write it down, everybody. Florida 75-72. Here's one thing to keep in mind, unless things change. Kelvin Sampson doesn't foul at the end of the game if he's down. He tries to play it straight up. So that doesn't drive the number up the way some other teams do. So even if Houston is down and you're trying to get that over or something, he's not going to give it to you that easy. And you saw that against Duke, that he didn't just immediately go foul. Was it about 1:03 left? And a lot of coaches be fouling. He's like, hey, we're going to play it out. That took probably anywhere between 3 and 6 points off the board. Factor that in. Let me get over here. Sorry, I'm looking at the updated lines. It's easier to do it on my phone than it is to try to do it on the broadcast setup. We're still at a point. Yeah. 140.5 on the total. I'm still under just a tick. And we'll see. We'll see what happens. Oh, man. Kind of disappointed. I mean, we got Kyle Rogers in from Remax Realty, your realtor in Raiderland. The first call you need to make if you're buying or selling a home in Raiderland. And the voice of Texas Tech softball, who should have got in with a Texas Tech softball good, bad, and ugly on the good side. But anyhow, no Debbie Collier tonight. Kelly Bidlin tomorrow from VSIN. It's going to be a hell of a show. You don't want to miss it. Everybody enjoy the program. Everybody enjoy the game tonight. Thanks for hanging out with us here on this program tonight. And we're going to archive this. The thing we ask you to do, share this with your friends, your family, people you don't know. Stop them on the street. Tell them Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland is talking about stuff you care about. We're going to have it at theraiderland.com. You can share it on your Facebook page, on your YouTube channel, on Twitter X at Ryan Hyatt Media. I'm sticking with it. 70-66. Let's see how close we get. Go Cougars. Go Big 12. And we'll see you tomorrow. theraiderland.com.